bagus banget ya actingnya, menjiwai banget. Mungkin emang jiwanya.
Piece of shit. You talk to me like that again. I worked my ass up since I was 14. My dad passed away and I have to work.
We came to a club where usually sugar babies would come
Oh.
to see their daddies, right?
Okay.
And like, I don't know if
Okay.
I ever talk about this in podcasts. Like, hi guys.
Hey!
Hi,
Hello.
Hi, Oscar. How
This
are
is
you?
the first
I'm okay.
time a guest just kind of like high five us.
That's
Oh,
true. That is the first
really?
time.
This is the first
I'm just
time.
being polite.
So other guests are not polite. Other guests are just so impolite. Oh, my
no,
god.
no, my bad. I didn't say that. That's not what.
So,
Hi.
so what makes you come here? What makes you come here? Are you
Yeah,
okay?
I'm confused. Like, why do I keep attracting like a melodramatic guy?
You know what? This sounds like you need a drink.
I know,
Okay,
right?
here you go.
Oh, I've been waiting for
This
this.
is coffee.
A coffee, right?
Coffee lemonade.
Coffee lemonade.
Coffee
One of our
lemonade.
2 menu.
Exactly. And you don't
Why
get to
not
choose.
Blue Ocean?
You don't get to choose.
Oh, I don't get to choose.
This is
This is-
it's just there for like, for fun.
okay.
If you come here
I love
last week,
coffee.
Well, there we go. See,
I can't drink
knew.
coffee. I have gastric, but it's fine.
Well,
No. You know what? I'll drink it.
see, this. I'm just like starting to wonder. You said like you're attracting melodramatic men, but like from our
Ooh, it's good. Sorry.
interaction, I feel like it's you.
Who's melodramatic?
Yeah.
No, it's not me.
Because you just said you love coffee, and then you just like, but I have
But I have
gastric.
gastric.
Well, maybe I'm melodramatic.
What do
Case
you?
Am I
closed.
melodramatic?
There we go. We're done. All right, you can go now.
Okay, thank
for
you,
being-
guys.
Whoa. What do you define as melodramatic? What does melodramatic mean?
Someone who's like, let's say a guy,
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
let's just say my ex. So I wrote a song about my ex. It's called Mr. Melodramatic because he is melodramatic in a
Okay.
way that. So one time, I'm just gonna like straight into the story,
Just tell us the story.
Right?
Tell us the name.
Oh,
Yeah,
the name.
Who he is.
You want the name?
The
Who he is, the
location.
The
location, what he's doing,
Oh, sure. You guys really want to know? Do you guys?
No, just tell us the story. She wants to know. I
Back-
don't know what she's
okay.
doing.
Okay. So one time I was at the bar with my bosses.
Okay.
He was at that time. He was already my ex.
Okay.
He was my
Okay.
ex for a reason.
Okay.
Like we just disconnected like that, and like it was just me and my bosses.
Mhm.
He interrupted us. He came to us. Like he grabbed my hands and he was like, "Come on, let's go." See, like he made a scene,
Mhm.
and he's being melodramatic.
First he came and then he grabbed your hand. That's
He grabbed
crazy.
my hand and then he
That's-
like interrupted us, and I said like, "What are you doing? I'm here with my bosses. Where is your boss? Where is your boss? Give me your boss. Where?" And my boss is literally standing right next to me. I'm so
Yeah.
embarrassed. I
There's
was so
no
embarrassed.
security.
I asked for a security. They asked for a security.
I don't think everyone has security.
I mean, the venue security, you know?
Ah, okay. Well, this
There's
is
security,
like a
but I don't feel
restaurant or
secure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Was this like a restaurant or like?
Is
what
it a bar?
bar, a bar.
A
But
bar?
well, then it
bar.
makes sense. They're not gonna just look at her. Right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then like I feel like that's the thing though. If you're like a security guard at a bar, if there's someone creating a commotion, it's just kind of like, hey, what's up?
Well,
No.
I mean, it's her ex. Maybe they think that. Have you been there before with
No.
him? Maybe. Okay.
No.
Well, then I don't know.
Exactly. So why did he just grab your hand?
Because he's a melodramatic.
I think he's just psychotic.
Whoa! I didn't say that.
I think he's just psychotic.
Yeah, he is actually.
She said that. I don't know.
And
Oh,
like, funny thing, like a few days ago, I had a show at this like one place, and he came with his friends.
Okay.
He would be like, I don't even talk to him anymore. Like for a fact, I don't even talk to him anymore. And he came with his friends, and like he ordered like so many drinks and stuff. And like when I sang melodramatic, his friend was like, "Oh, it's a song about him. It's a song about him." Blah 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 blah. And he's kind of, enjoying the attention.
Oh,
Okay.
narcissistic
Narcissistic
behavior.
behavior. I'm like,
Ew.
I didn't even invite him
Ew. How long were you together?
for like almost a year.
That's crazy. A year and then he did that.
Okay, hold on now. There's two things I can say about this. First of all, you're right. That's weird. You know, yeah, it's not. It's already your ex. Why would he go there? You didn't invite. Secondly, you did say the song was about him.
Yeah.
So technically, he's right.
Yeah, but you don't go to someone's show
Without
just,
being invited.
just to be without being
Can
invited.
you buy tickets? Did he buy a ticket or something?
Well, yeah.
Well, then never did.
But like,
It's okay. Wait, I'm not defending him. I'm not defending him. All right. I'm just saying
but
that he bought tickets. The song is about him.
it's also kind of like a narcissistic behavior, though. As in, like,
Yeah.
you don't have anything to do with this person, right?
And we're
you-
not friends anymore.
you there's no relationship between you two, and then you just kind of like show up and just kind of like it's
Being
a power
proud about
play.
it.
Okay, hold on. Okay, how about this then? He's not? I'm guessing he's not a celebrity. If he is, then you don't need
He's
to tell
not.
me. Okay, he's not a celebrity. Imagine who is your favorite male singer?
Let's say Jacob Elordi,
Okay,
but he's not a singer. So
Okay.
let's just say Chris Martin.
okay. Let's say Chris Martin was your ex, and he made a song about you. I think you'd be like, oh yeah, that's me.
Well,
You know, you'd be like a
it's
little
not a
proud.
love song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like it would still be like, yeah, that's me.
But will you go to the show in purpose to just kind
No.
see? That's the thing.
Guys, maybe I am a melodramatic man.
Oh my god!
So what you are you? I mean, like this is unfortunately this is the thing in Indonesia because like in the state, for example, you can do like, you just kind of like restraining order, right? Like in the states, they have the thing called restraining order. But can you like go to the police, as in like, hey, this man has been harassing me.
Wait, did he do anything in the show? Do you need to do that?
Well, I don't think it's that bad. You know,
It's
you know because whoa. Honestly, my other ex did that. See, I don't know why I keep on attracting
how many exes do you have?
4.
That's not that bad.
And all of them are like melodramatic.
Oh, not all of them. I love the third one.
You
Like,
love
I
the
mean,
third
like,
one.
I generally have no problem with him,
Okay.
but we just separated for a reason. And like 2 of them, one is psychotic and one is melodramatic, and the other one
Is
cheated on
serial killer. What?
he cheated on me.
Okay.
Cheated on me,
Oh
yeah.
wow.
It cheated on you.
Yeah.
I feel like
You gotta like. You gotta
There's-
play ball. This is you're 3 versus 1 here.
Honestly,
it's,
yeah.
it's,
honestly,
it's
yeah.
a common denominator.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you tried 4 times, and then 3 of them, didn't work out in
Yeah.
that way. There's a common denominator here.
Yeah.
Which is you.
Maybe, yeah.
But that one person that you said that was your ex is okay, right?
Well,
He's
at first he was like being so lovely and like the red flag is not even there.
It's just
Okay.
beige.
Yet.
Is it beige?
beige flag.
Beige flag.
I think so.
what the f- does that mean?
Do you know-
what is a beige
Do you
flag?
not know beige flag?
No. What is a beige flag? I have a white flag. Doesn't mean right now. What is a beige flag?
Beige flag is not really a red flag, but you need to keep an eye on it.
So
Yeah,
he's a beige
keep an
flag.
eye,
Wait,
yeah.
this is the nice one.
The nice one.
So even the nice one was a beige flag. Okay, so there really is something wrong there. Wait.
Not with me. I mean, like, curating. Yeah, see.
It's okay, girl. It's okay, girl. You
It's
can
okay.
you can say you're colorblind. You don't-
Maybe I am colorblind.
you know, you
Thank God you're a pirate. It's okay.
Maybe I started like you know what? I dated so many toxic guys, and then when he's not toxic, maybe I crave for the toxicness. I don't know. Subconsciously, I mean, like I don't.
That is an actual thing, though, right?
It is. It is. It's the familiar chaos.
Yeah. There's
Familiar
people.
chaos.
It's
that's
the familiar chaos because you've been with this toxic man so long, and when you get like a green flag man, you're like, what is this? You know.
But there's like 2 options on that. It's either like you're confused and you don't like it because you're not used to it, so you stop it, or you create the problems because it's a green flag. You know, because you're so used to toxic things that you're like, you know what, I'm gonna create the toxic.
Or
Maybe
maybe-
I should heal first.
Or maybe these
And
three
focus on
men that you
myself.
say are toxic were not toxic, but you just want to create problem.
You know, let's give
The
her the
problem
benefit
is
of
not with
Hold on, hold on.
guys. I'm
no.
here for a reason.
She's
It's not
paying.
me that
She's paying.
Okay.
I'm paying for
She
these.
is
She's paying for a
paying.
drink, so
She's
let's not.
paying.
Please
let's
keep
not-
an eye on it. Yes.
Okay, I'm not the one who's melodramatic.
Okay. So that means, okay, toxic things. One of them cheated on you. The
Yeah.
other one, what? Like they were just kind of
Yeah, he
melodramatic,
was lovely. One of them was lovely.
So
but still a beige flag.
Yeah, still a big.
Okay, I don't understand what's wrong with the beige flag. I don't think you ever told.
what's his beige flag?
Yeah.
I forgot, honestly, because like, that's the thing. That's the thing. When I moved on from my ex,
You just
I just
don't
like,
care.
I don't care anymore.
just like not my monkey, not,
not my
circus.
monkey. Yeah.
Okay.
See.
So
But I remember there's something wrong with him, but I just can't prove it. Or there's something wrong with him.
there's something wrong. You know, he always keep
can't
tab where
prove it.
I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
He always want to know where I'm at, my location. You know, he sometimes show up my door. I don't know what's wrong with him.
No, he's just too nice. There has to be something wrong
There
with
has
this
to be
guy.
something wrong. I just can't prove it.
You just can't prove it, but there's something wrong. He cooks for me, he cleans, you know, he helps me out. There's something wrong with this guy.
Yo, sometimes gut feelings right though.
Yeah, but what if it's wrong?
Yeah, because there's a possibility that years later there's a documentaries about this man.
Okay, well, here's
What? Yeah. What?
Hey, most serial killer,
Oh.
people think they are nice.
That's
People
true.
close to them, was like, him? Have no idea.
That's true. That's true. He
Yeah.
could be, but
Could
let's say he's not. Hopefully he's not.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not.
Yeah.
We just gonna give more trauma to you.
But I think
Why am I here?
here's the
Why
thing.
am I here, guys?
Maybe that guy. You said you don't remember the beige flag,
Yeah.
right? Here's the thing about that. I like, from my past relationships, if I don't see something wrong, I will still think there's something wrong. You know?
What?
Okay.
I will still
Okay.
think there's something wrong.
Why?
There's a term for this. I forget what it's called, but I learned it. It's making connections when there is none.
Red string? No.
Something, I don't know.
Okay.
Basically, like, oh, this happened. That means she's cheating, or she didn't
Oh.
text me for this long, so that means she has to be doing something bad, even though she could be like sleeping.
That's trauma.
Yeah, that boiled down from like
Yeah.
what happened in your past relationship.
Yeah, well
before
then,
that
there we
person,
go. Maybe
right?
that's what's happening, right? So
Wow. Okay. Okay.
so then you know, you never know. Maybe nothing's really happening,
Fair.
right?
But like cheating can also be like, you know, some people who cheat, they don't do like physically, but just like emotional cheating as well.
What do you count as cheating?
Yeah, what do you count as cheating?
When someone is attracted and do something about it. Attracted with someone else
Uh-huh.
and literally do something about it. Like for example, like let's say a coworkers
Mm-hmm.
and you find him cute, let's say,
Mm-hmm.
and then like you do something about it.
Oh, it's the
You
work
approach-
wife
yeah.
husband situation.
Okay,
That's cheating.
so it doesn't have to be physical.
No, of course.
Emotional cheating
Emotional
is
cheating.
worse though.
Emotional cheating, micro cheating. You call it. You ask Gen Z about it.
I'm
Well,
also
I'm
a
Gen
Gen
Z.
Z.
Well,
I
yeah.
am not.
Gen Z.
I am
Oh,
not.
let's ask her.
What do you think?
What? Micro cheating?
Yeah.
It's more of a like, even if like the thought of cheating,
The
it's
thought
not
of
good.
cheating.
Because like you thought of it, you know? If you're not happy in your relationship, leave.
Fair enough.
You know,
Yeah.
don't hurt the other person.
Yeah.
If you're falling out of love, just have a conversation, be an adult.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's that simple. 1 + 1 is 2.
It's not that simple though. It's not that simple though, because people
11.
struggle with communication.
Do you know the reference?
Yeah, 1 + 1 is 11.
I can't
Guys.
believe I can joke about it in English though. It's quite funny. It's so funny.
I don't
I'll
get
let
it.
you know
I
after
don't
this.
get it, guys.
You don't get
I
it?
don't get it.
Oh, maybe recall again. What's the? You know what? You're not chronically online.
Not really.
You know,
Exactly.
just I'll tell you.
Okay.
Later.
Is it like a meme?
No, it's not, but it's so funny. It's like
wanna know
so
something
funny.
you wanna know something so sad about it? I don't know if I don't think you're gonna get this, but you know, like the meme. This is off topic, by the way. Like, you know, 6'7". You know that meme?
No.
You don't know that meme?
No.
I know that I
You know
am
that meme?
chronically annoyed.
Okay, you know that. She knows that meme.
I'm just online. I'm not chronically online,
Okay.
baby.
So there's a meme of like.
No, I hate that 6'7" though.
I hate it. I hate it so much. Okay, so here's the thing.
Wait.
Like a couple months ago, everyone is saying something like 6'7", and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
doing
yeah.
this.
What's 6'7"
You know that,
though?
right? That's the thing. I don't know. Okay?
You don't know. Let's just find out. You know.
No.
Right now.
So apparently, there's a lot of different like origins from it.
Okay.
It can either be from like a song, or it can be just like a guy saying something 6'7" and then doing this, and then that's why people like it. I don't know. It's a meme, right?
It's stupid.
It's stupid. Now the thing is, I did not know about it for the longest time. All my friends say it, and I didn't get it. I had to learn about it. Like I searched it up specifically to talk to my friends because I didn't get it, and I felt so old because I had to do that. So then I learned it, right? And then like a week later, I tried to make a joke about it. So I said like 6'7", and they're like, "Aska, that's not funny anymore." And I'm like, "Oh my God! Why did I learn about it then?"
No, because you learned
You
it
learned
too
about it
late.
for 2 weeks.
No, I like so because I didn't meet them for another week, right? So
Okay.
like I searched it up, and then I was like, "Oh, this is what it means." And then when I met them again, I tried to joke about it, and they're like, "Aska, what are you doing?" I'm like, "What?"
Guys, 6'7",
Guys,
guys.
it's funny.
6'7".
If I were you,
6'7", guys.
once I found out what 6'7" mean, I called them.
No, but that's
hey.
weird.
Hey, I know what a 6'7" is.
That's
You don't
even
make a
more
joke about it.
embarrassing. That's even more embarrassing, right? If I'm like, guys, let's joke about this. They're like, Aska, what is wrong with you? No.
Like calling a call conference, Zoom, Google.
Exactly. I'm not doing that.
Hey.
6'7".
I put a meeting.
Come on, guys.
I'm like, guys, listen, I got it. Shut up. Alright? This is a very traumatic experience of mine. So,
Cute. Okay.
Oh wow, that you count that as traumatic experience.
yeah.
Your life must have been so good.
Listen,
Yeah.
I can get
Hell yeah, my ex showed up and disrupted
I
everything.
can get past the it's okay, but that ito di cut. ito di cut.
But that's the thing about like what's happening on the internet.
Yeah.
They have like lifetime, like span, right? Like
Very short, like a 5 minutes fame.
yeah, it's
Oh,
not
I heard. Yeah.
It's
not
heard
not
about it.
just meme, but also like some like stories or like controversial things
Yeah.
that happening. Like
Oh,
for
that's so true.
the O'Reilly stuff,
Oh,
Broken String.
yeah.
It's
You've read the
crazy.
book?
No. Like someone, I asked someone about it. I don't have time to read
Okay,
it.
okay,
So
okay,
like,
okay.
can you tell me about Broken Strings? So, like, yeah, I know.
So it's like her stories, right? Like, but how long have you been in the industry?
Well, since 2013,
Oh,
2018.
that's long time
Yeah.
ago.
2013. So that what? You're how old? Is that? That's
14. I was 14. Yeah, I joined a singing competition. So does it count? I don't know.
It kind of counts.
oh, you told me. Yeah.
Because like the story in the book where she just told the story of like the way she got groomed when she was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and that's sadly the thing that happened in the industry, like people they groom the child. It's not just in Indonesia, somewhere also. Like, do you ever have like kind of like experience or like have like heard something?
What do you consider grooming? Grooming is like because there's two definitions of grooming here.
Grooming
Yeah.
in a bad way. Like,
Both is kind of bad
but
What's two type of grooming that you?
because grooming can mean like you're grooming someone to become something else,
Yes.
or you can grooming a kid
To be.
to be like even worse, doing
Yeah.
something worse.
It's the worst term.
Okay, it's the second
the
one.
The
worst.
Got it.
second one.
Keep going.
The second one.
someone have told me the
Uh-huh.
story about Broken Strings.
Uh-huh.
And like I respect Aurelie so much for releasing that book because like it is to help like other Aurelies out there, you know that? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like I feel like it's so bad the story until like I can't even read it. I can't even read it. Like I don't want to read it because it's just too
Yeah, I think it's also like it's so much respect and love for
Yeah.
Aureli, because this is a serious thing that like people need to pay more attention to. Yeah.
Because sometimes if you're that young, you don't know it's wrong.
True.
Right?
Yeah, that's why she's groomed.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't know. She didn't know what's going on until, like, she turned 19, right?
Yeah, let's be honest. No kids know anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, yeah.
You know, like that's why like it's the whole thing. Why are we talking so seriously?
Yeah, you were the one that brought up this topic.
Coffee lemonade. It's the coffee.
The coffee lemonade is
And
making
it
us
started
somber.
kicking.
No, it's more of like the society
The society
is
is like,
broken. You know?
well, I mean, okay, so yeah, the thing about kids and like in the industry is that they don't know enough. So
The
ones
parents should
the ones
have
that
more
actually
keep
yeah,
an eye on
responsibility.
the ones that have the responsibility is the parents and the other adults that are there. Because to be honest, even the parents, for example, they can only do so much. Because like let's say right that they're following the kid to the workplace. Not every parent can do that, but let's say they do. They follow the kid to the workplace, they watch them over. Will they also be there in the dressing room? Will they also be there when they're reading the script?
Fair.
You know, we don't know. And then if the kid get groomed during that part, then how will the parents know? You know?
And
Communication.
Communication,
This is
but-
more of a like the parental relationship with the child, though. Like a
Yeah.
parent should make their kid to feel comfortable to tell them everything that happened.
Parenting again. Parenting.
But that's the thing about that is like you don't know if that's an important enough thing to talk about, because like let's say I think that's important. You're right. Communication is definitely key, right? But let's say the kid gets groomed while reading the script. When they talk to their parents, all they're gonna say is, "Oh yeah, there was this guy reading the script with me. He was very nice." The parent will not think anything about that because in the kid's mind, that's literally what happened, right?
Fair.
What I'm thinking is that obviously the people in the workplace needs to know too, but the
Yeah.
parents probably need to like tell the kids, all right, this is what can happen, and this is what you need to tell me if happens.
Yeah, it should be like, hey, if this happened, let me know.
Yeah.
Do you have the theory of the system?
I have a theory that I think the system needs to be changed because the working industry for young actors, for young artists, is it safe enough for them to like
Yeah, I don't think there's a law for
I
that.
don't yeah.
There's a law
There's
against like
Iya,
sexual
hak
assault.
asasi
It's
manusia,
like, yeah,
sexual-
but
Yes, but that's sexual assault, but not to like protecting the
Yeah.
kid, as in like work ethic.
in America, I don't know about here, but in America, I'm pretty sure there's like what you can't have reckless child endangerment.
Yes.
So like if you know that this kid is in danger if you do something or if you don't do something, then you can't do that.
Yeah.
But in here, I'm not completely sure. But also like there's obviously a law, if you get groomed or something like that, then yeah.
It's
Yeah.
also the casting though.
Yeah, the casting.
Because sometimes they will cast young actresses for like a certain role that it's not suit their age.
Mm,
Like all
Oh.
this entertainment thing.
yeah.
And just kind of like they dress like not their age. Do you play in a movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
W-
I
do
did
you-
play in a movie.
What's your last role in a movie?
My last role was in a series
Uh-huh.
called Sugar Baby.
Oh.
Basically, I'm one of the babies.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any experience being a sugar
No.
baby?
No, guys. I swear to God, no.
Method acting.
Method acting.
Well, actually, though, we
Whoa.
came to a
What?
Actually.
the three casts, which is like the babies.
Mm-hmm.
So me with the other cast,
Mm-hmm.
we came to a club where usually sugar babies would come
Oh.
to see their daddies, right?
Okay.
And like I don't know if
Okay.
I ever talk about this in podcasts. Like, yeah,
Okay.
we came to that place and we just stand there and we just scanned
Everyone and just learn.
yeah
from
and
that?
learn from them. Actually,
my
you know
God.
what? Something like lihat itu kayak itu deh. Oh iya, oh gitu. Wow.
That's
What was the
very-
craziest thing you saw?
There's a well, I don't know if I can say
Yeah,
it here.
yeah,
The
okay.
sugar baby pandemic. It's been like going on.
I know.
It's crazy because like so sometimes I have like a sometimes I'll take like a photo shoot, right? And I have this I got this message from like a camera person in Bali. She was like, "Hey, because we schedule a shoot." She was like, "Hey, can we reschedule the shoot? My dad is in town."
Oh.
What?
And I gave her a benefit of the doubt. I was like, "Okay, girl, have fun with your family." You know, and then she replied again, and she was like, "No, not my real dad, my sugar daddy. Don't you have one?" I was like, "Girl, I don't even have a biological one."
Damn.
Same girl.
Fatherless gang.
My dad died when I was 14.
I'm so sorry.
My dad left.
Oh wow. Okay. So
We're not the same.
we're not the same.
I feel sad for you though.
I feel
Fine.
sad for you too, though. Yeah. Well, I wish I have a dad.
I'm so sorry.
okay.
I'm so sorry for the both of you. Are you guys okay?
What
You
is
need to
this?
talk?
Okay, okay.
Okay, let's switch the focus back to the sugar baby.
Okay.
You know, yeah, about that.
Yeah.
The thing about like clubs like that, the reason why I'm like kind of confused on why that's really weird. I think I've seen a lot of people like that in clubs. There we
But
go.
thanks to them, I can act easily on the movie. Because like my role for Sugar Baby, so my role is called Tiara. So Tiara is the senior one. Yeah.
The senior baby.
The senior baby.
There is a level of hierarchy.
There's a
Listen,
level
if
of
you-
hierarchy.
Sugar
If
baby
you guys don't like the talk,
situation.
just pretend it's like boss baby. And that's what they're talking about. Right? This is the big baby right here. This is the senior
The boss
baby.
baby. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm basically the senior baby.
Mhm.
So I have to like dig deeper like into it because it's really hard for me to like act like that in front of a man
Right.
because like I've never done that before and like none of it like I'm not even familiar with that.
Right.
But yeah, that's why I came to that bar. I came to that club and like I started doing my research. I'm like, oh okay, well that's how you talk, that's how you dress, okay. And then in the series, if you see the clips on maybe TikTok or like
I've seen the clips sometimes.
Really?
I've seen the clips.
Yeah.
oh my god, it's so
I've
embarrassing.
seen it.
You want to? Damn, which one though?
There's some couples. There's
There's
some
a pretty good
couples.
amount. I've also seen a lot of like the Instagram posts that about it, like the one that's like promoting it. Those are, you know,
Yeah,
it's
it's
good.
okay.
It's
It's-
good. You're like you're in character.
Right?
You know, that's really
But
good.
that's not me at all.
Of course.
Do you have that like problem that like because maybe like there's some new people just first seen you as the sugar baby and then they have that like image that like oh she's playing this character that means that
She
like
actually is
she's
that
also
character.
is that character.
I hate that.
Yeah,
so much.
yeah. There's a comment about it.
Really?
Oh.
Something like bagus banget ya actingnya, menjiwai banget. Mungkin emang jiwanya.
Piece of shit.
You talk to me like that again. I worked my ass up since I was 14. My dad passed away and I have to work. You know?
Well, you know, maybe he was joking. Maybe he was joking.
I have
He
to
was
work
joking.
my ass
I have to
off.
go. I have to go to a bar and
I have
then
to go
see
to a bar and then see a
working.
Well, you
And then,
know,
well, maybe it worked.
it worked. you know?
It worked.
Yeah.
But that's the problem, though.
Well, let's focus on the fact that he said that it was a really good acting. Right? It was really good
Yeah.
acting. This is the first time in my life I had to be like an angel on the shoulder. I never had to do that before. That's crazy. You know, like everyone has been telling me to like, yeah, I need to sapu jokes. This is what that's all I've been doing.
Yeah, that's all you've been doing. To be honest, yeah.
And I'm here just to make your life
You make it harder.
I'm so glad that my director, Kak Aldo Swastia, he texted me after I finished shooting and after a few scenes, a really hard scenes, a really hard one, and then he texted me like, "You were so good. I'm glad that the role is given to you because I don't think no one could ever."
Wow.
That's
Be
nice.
Tiara,
That's
like you.
sweet though.
And like, thank you so much for bringing Tiara alive. And like, I'm so glad that he texted me like that. It means a lot to me.
That means that the character is like you. You know, not like you're basically acting the same as that character, but like you can't see anyone else like
Yeah.
that character. So it's
Sometimes
like,
I reread his text to remind me, like, oh yeah, I'm good.
Your
so
love,
good.
your matter.
Yeah.
There's like an ego thing.
Yeah,
Like,
there's an ego
Live,
thing.
laugh, love, but like just kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of like printed it, frame it.
You know
I'm
what?
like, I was like, damn.
You know what that
Damn.
feels like? That is the same thing as like looking at your ex's text when you still love each other.
No.
It kind of is. It's like saying it's like that's an ego boost. This one is like looking at like I'm loved like that. My friends was like
Read.
Wow.
No, I never didn't read the text from the
I
ex, though.
blocked them.
3
oh, you
relationship.
blocked
then
all 4
break.
of your exes.
Yeah.
What happened? I thought you said the third one was nice. You blocked him
Why
too.
do I have to keep in touch with them?
You don't have to keep in touch with them, but you don't
Well-
have to block them either.
I don't wanna see you anymore. Just get the hell out and then mute, block, mute, block.
Okay, I mean, people do things to
You know,
like
people recover in different
to
ways.
Right.
recovering, like grieving in a different
Yeah.
way.
If you have to block them, then that's fair enough.
I agree with that, though.
Right?
If I mean, if someone, if in your life that's like toxic, to just kind of like
Yeah.
cut them off.
Cut them off immediately.
Because it's like a crab in a bucket mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to be dragged down to their level, type of things.
Yeah, girl.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that one. Where is everyone? I mean that one makes sense. If it's like if they're gonna drag you down, then fine. If an ex is gonna drag you down, then
Exactly.
it's fine, right?
Exactly.
But I think the context matters. Like if they're legitimately like you can't talk to them anymore and you have to do it, then yeah, fair enough, right? But if it's like a friend, because if it's a friend, from time to time, I like to give them chances, right? Because if I've had friends that go to different paths than me, but I still let them talk to me because why? Maybe they're changed, maybe they're different, right?
Yeah, people evolved, but
Yeah.
like
Some people don't change.
some people
though.
don't change, Asuka.
Yes, some people. I am a firm believer that like a mistake once is still a mistake. Like if it's twice, then fine. Unless it's something horrible, like if you're cheating, then like, yeah,
Yeah.
fuck, no, never mind.
It's like first is a mistake, 2 is a coincidence, 3 is a pattern.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, two, no, I don't know if it's a coincidence.
Nah, fair. But like if it's more than 2, it's more of a pattern that you need to like keep an eye on it. Fool me once, shame on me. No, yeah, right. Fool me once.
No, fool me once, shame on you.
Fool me twice, shame on me.
There you go. So yeah, I think that's good.
Well, I've been in that situation before. I gave them a chance, of course,
No.
but they cut. So the thing is, they cut me off first because
Oh.
they thought I was like problematic and narcissistic. And no. Okay, listen. Listen
Why
to me.
are you
I have a
laughing?
lot of
I'm
best
not
friends.
laughing. I'm smiling. There's
Why
a
are you
difference.
laughing?
I'm smiling. There's a difference.
I have a lot of best friends.
Uh-huh.
If there is something going on with me, they would tell me.
Mm.
And they were like, and all this time, like it's been 13 years. There's like a 10 years friendship, a 10 years best friend that's been with me throughout everything. They didn't say like they didn't agree with what these friends are saying about me because like you're not like that. I know you. I'm with you almost every day, and I know who you are. And basically, I know who I am. Of course, I'm not narcissistic. Maybe I'm not self-centered or something like that. But they're just problematic in a way that no one likes them. You know,
Okay.
Okay.
no one likes them, and then they cut me off. And then okay, fine. If you want to cut me off, okay, fine. I see you as a friend, and then you don't see the same thing. So like I cut them off, and then like we didn't spoke up for like 2 years or a year, and then they came to my showcase.
Oh,
They
okay.
came to my showcase, and I didn't invite him, but like they're willingly to come there, and then like they were saying sorry I treated you like shit. Sorry I left you. Blah 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, I'm okay. It's fine.
But all your friends also cut them off, or
No, it's a 3 friendship.
okay, and
Three.
I mean, they cut off each other too. Then is that
No.
right? No.
Oh, it's just you
Both
and
of
the
them
other.
cut me.
Oh, both of them cut you.
Oh, wow.
And then a year after, they came to me and they said sorry. So, yeah.
You ever had an intervention?
I don't know.
I feel like that's a much better thing to do than cut someone off.
Yeah.
Because that's what I've tried to do.
Yeah. It was
So,
like,
like-
hey, you're not a good person.
Yeah, no, it's like
Yeah.
a couple people go up to one guy. Listen, there's something wrong with you, and then, like you try to fix it. If it doesn't work out, then you cut him off, right? I think I don't know, because that could have fixed a lot of things. Because I'm guessing
Maybe.
they cut you off because they don't know the entire story and
Yeah.
like everything like that, right?
Yeah.
Actually, talking about it can probably clear a lot of things. Just that
We
communication.
talked about
It's-
it. We talked about it.
Yeah, the key is still communication. You know?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, thank you for coming here. I hope you like the drink. This is the bill.
I have to pay.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
went to a bar.
You're doing a tour. You have the money
have
to
a
pay.
tour.
Heart fee 500,000.
Yeah,
Additional ice 200.
we didn't put
Additional
any ice
tissue
there.
100
but
towel. Entertainment 500.
yeah.
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 We are the entertainment, by the
Okay,
way.
okay.
Yeah.
QR ya?
Yeah. Okay. Someone's actually paying. No one's paid before. This is crazy.
No, hey, it's different. She's going on a tour.
Oh, you're right. You're right. She's going on a tour.
Exactly.
She's going on a tour. That's why she can pay for
Come
this.
to Malaysia, guys.
You're going
Which-
to Malaysia? now?
Which city?
Yeah. So Singapore, Japan, Jakarta, Malaysia, KL.
Nice. All info
Please
on your
Hmm?
social.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's in my Instagram. If you wanna come, just come.
Now, pay.
I'm gonna write more.
You were gonna write more?
Bill 500. There you go.
There
you
we
guys,
go.
you're going on a tour. This is
Tour bill.
yeah,
Tour bill.
All right, now get up.
Damn.
Leave.
So
Yeah, give
Go.
me that now.
you leave.
This is our bar.
To be fair, yeah.
yeah.
Sounds good to me. Bye guys. Thank you guys.